live on YouTube. All right. All right, so we're going to be doing, so you can write down the objective. It's always good for you to know exactly what you're doing. All right, so you can write down the objectives for today. Let me just scroll this down a bit. Yeah, so here. All right. So we should be seeing the objective. All right. All right. So that, with that said, so we have our objective. What are congruent triangles? That's the first question. What are congruent triangles? So let's write that down. First question, what are congruent triangles? Have any of you called any of your classmates since morning? Hello? What are congruent triangles? Is there anyone in this class this morning? No one? Please go and look on Google. So I ask you the question you don't know. You just don't hesitate. Right? Don't want it to be Superman and Superwoman. I want you to just, oh, I don't know, let me go and find it out. Did any of you call any of your classmates?
Miss, no, miss. Miss, I didn't.
Okay. Try text one of them. Call one of them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, congruents are triangles that have exactly the same three sides and exactly the same three angles.
All right.
Okay, Miss, I'm back, Miss.
Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. All right. So go now with congruent triangles.
Miss, I was saying that they have the exact same three sides and three angles.
Exact same three sides and three angles. Okay. All right. So they have the exact same three sides and three angles. In other words, congruent triangles are what?
Is equal.
Equal. All right. So I'm going to put it in the first thing that you say. They have the exact, let me see if I can put in a dash here. They have the exact same three sides and three angles. So congruent triangles are, so in other words, they are equal in sides and angles. Good? Everyone have that?
Miss, I'm writing it down.
Okay, my dear. Anything that anyone wants to add to this that we missed? Did anything that we missed that you want to add on to this?
Miss, all the angles add up to 180 degrees.
Okay, so that's a property of a triangle. All right, so let's write this. Let's write that MB. Note briefly, or let's put it as a reminder. Reminder, all angles in a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. You know, what's the name now? Gabriel. I was playing the recording for last week, Thursday, when I left you guys there, or Tuesday. Yes, and someone was listening. And they were like, oh, that's your second teacher. The way you explain it, or you explain, and you were there speaking, and you were saying to Dejani, oh, Dejani, this or that. And the person was saying, whoa, that's your second teacher.
Yes, my mom is a teacher, so I guess that's where I get it from.
Yeah, you did a really good job right there. You did a really, really good job. All right.
Thank you, Miss.
All right. So everyone got that information?
Yes, Miss.
All right. So we're ready to use that information. Is it written down in your book?
Yes,
Yes, Miss.
All right. So remember to screenshot the work that we do and send it to the group later, okay? So one of you
Yes,
screenshot
Miss.
the work that you do, send it in the group later. All right, so we're gonna go with some questions now on congruent triangles. Documents. Mm, all right. So we've seen the congruent triangles. Are we seeing that? All right, so here we have the questions.
It's not clearly.
If we're still seeing your whiteboard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. My apology. How about now?
Yes, miss.
All right. Good. Should we write down the question? Are we expected to write down the question?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Are we expected to draw the diagrams?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Are we expected to use a ruler to do the drawing?
Yes, miss.
Okay, all right. Lot of reinforcement there, you know. I'm trying to get, okay, that's the best I can get it as bold as possible. All right, so there you have it. Mhm. All right, I'll leave it there. So ABC and element. I'll give you 25 minutes past 6. I will be taking the answer. So I'll give you some time to work it out. Oh, I need to do that. I need to, so you can see the question. All right, so there goes it now. So you can see the question. Ooh, weapon, woman in sleep. Person, it will work. It will work. Okay, so it's 25 minutes past now. Who is ready to explain? Who is ready to explain?
Yeah, me.
Hmm?
Miss, can I try?
Yes, of course you can, lovely.
Okay, miss, so at the beginning of the question, it says that both the triangles are congruent. Both of them equal the same. And it says that angle B is equal to angle N. So that what that's saying is that measurement of angle B is the same measurement at angle N. And they're asking you to find the length of NN. And based on the clue at the top that says angle B is equal to angle N, you can then see that from the angle at which the second triangle is turned, the only possible length that it could be is angle CD, and angle CD is 9.1 centimeters. So then the length of line NN will be 9.1 centimeters. Miss?
Oh, I was here talking and was muted. I was asking, yes, well done, Papa. And I was asking if everyone understood the explanation. I was so talking. No one was hearing me. Everyone understand Gabriel's explanation?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we're going to go down to the next question. Everyone have the question in their book?
Yes,
Yeah.
miss.
That was fun, right, man? One yes. Peter,
Yes,
is the question in your book?
yes, miss.
Huh?
Yes, miss.
All of the question.
Yes, miss.
Diagram.
Yes, miss.
All right. Marlon, is the question in your book?
Yes, miss. Even put in the the coordinates like 9.1 centimeter. Wait, just a minute.
The length.
Yes, miss. Yes, that.
Oh, it should be in there. You can't have the diagram without the length. That's supposed to be there. All right, my darling. Let's scroll down. Okay, so the next part of the question is explain why angle A equal angle L. Write down the question for me. 31 minutes past the hour, I'll take the answer. Oh gosh. Question must be written in your book. It's 31 minutes past. Please go ahead with the answer. Who is answering? Who is answering? Explain why angle A equal angle L. The explanation is very simple, you know. Very, very simple. You don't need to think hard about it.
No, Miss.
Because they're equal. No.
They equal. What tells you that they are equal? There's one particular word.
Miss
Every-
congruent.
Yes. So angle A is equal
Corresponding.
to not corresponding. Corresponding is when we're dealing with parallel lines. So it's congruent. So if I'm used to the word congruent triangle, so that it's they are equal. The angles are equal, and the sides are equal. Good. All right, so we're going down to the next. So put in your answer for that. We're going down to the next one now. Going to zoom out a bit. All right, so go ahead and draw the diagrams. All right, I'm going to scroll down a bit now so you can see the next part to the question. So the question says, which two triangles are congruent to triangle A? So go ahead and do that now, giving you 6:39. I'll take the answer. All right, are you ready to give me your answers? Who is missing from the class? What happened to Marlon?
Missing Dropbox.
Who did you contact, Gabriel? Which of your classmates? Peter. All right, give me the answer for this one. Let's move on quickly.
This is it. Triangle C and D. Triangles are C and D.
Triangle C and D. So I see 64, I see 71.
Oh no, wait, miss, sorry,
Yes,
my
that would
bad.
fit perfectly there. Yes, that would fit there. C would be it. D, definitely not it. Nah. Oh, hold on. D, hold on. D might be possible. When you add 45, when you add all three, what do you get? Hold on, D might be possible. When you add all three, what do you get? 45 plus 64 plus 71, what do you get?
It's like at 180.
You get 80, okay. And when we kind of rotate it, it sits on top of that. And the 64 would be, yeah, D looks like it. So let's look at the others to see if there would be any fit. The 4.6 is on the side where...
Miss, all of them, kind of.
Hold on. No. The 4.6, let's look at where the 4.6 is, because they are not labeled enough. So what happened with my pen here? Oh, hold on, give me a sec. All right, give me a second. Let me put this, give annotation permission. Oh, jeez. All right, so okay, so the pen is working. So let's say now this 4.6 here, this is another color pen. All right, so hold on. My pen and everything is acting a little bit slow. Okay. So that's 4.6, right? And we know that these two angles, they sit here at the base. So we're going to call that the base, and up here is going to be the peak, right? So they sit there at the base. So let's look at these now. The 64 and the 71. It's like you're thinking about turning it. Oh, it would sit right on it. And that 4.6 will land definitely on that 4.6. We think about this D now. Here is definitely 71. We use the property of angles in a triangle adding up to 180 degrees. And we would have done 180 degrees, subtract the sum of the other two angles, which is 45 degrees plus 64 degrees, which gives us our 71 degrees. Good? So that's how we got the 71. And if we take that and we spin it again, but this time you would have to spin it, flip it, right? It would land definitely on top of that. Let's look at B now. We know that here is 71 degrees, right? If we try and fit it on to this, the 64 would go there, the 45 would go there. But where would the 4.6 go? Let me label this first triangle A, B, C. If we fit it based on the angles, where would the 4.6 go? Would it fit onto the side CB? Which side would the 4.6 fit onto?
Miss the side AB.
Ah, so that means that those sides would not be equal. So that's why we can rule this out. This is not it. You understand? Because it must fit perfectly, no, perfectly. All right, let's go now. So we have, let's highlight the ones that we have accepted. We have accepted this and we have accepted that. And they said 2. So let's see if there's any more though. Let's look at the next one. So we definitely know that this is 64 degrees, right? Let's see if it would fit. If you put it up there, fit, would the 4, what is it? What would you see that is off? What do you see that is off?
Miss this on the line AB as well.
Ah, beautiful. So that's not it. You understand? Let's look at the last one, F. And that one just pops out at us now. It's like, we don't even have to think hard about that. Definitely it ain't it. Why?
Miss the 4.6 is on the shortest line.
Ah, beautiful. So that ain't it. That definitely isn't it. You see that? So it does pop right out at us. All right. Good, 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 good. All right, let's look if we find another question now. What that really works the brain. And we need to move on to similar figures.
Miss, Miss, I don't really understand that, Miss. I wasn't like, so I'm walking right now, Miss. I went to the shop for something, Miss. So,
I say you watch the video over, and when you watch over the video, you message me to let me know if you still don't understand. I go through with you. All right.
yes, Miss.
All right. All right. Hold on.
Miss, I was finished writing that in Miss.
How are
Miss,
you
don't
writing? Oh, you were still writing. Hold
the
on. Let me see.
solution is. Miss, don't let me get the bed.
All right, there you go. All right, so sometimes you might need to turn the figure to see it or flip it. So turn means you're rotating it, rotation, and we'll come to that in the next topic. And flip mean reflection. All right, so you can even write that down in a little corner of your book. You understand? So sometimes you might need to turn it or flip it or do both. And if you look at this one here, we turn it, it didn't fit perfectly, so we had to turn and flip. You understand? So turn meaning we rotate it. This one here, I'm going to highlight it in red. Red.
Miss, why isn't F mark correctness?
You tell me, what do you think?
Not F. Sorry, I know the reason for F. I mean, wait.
Hold on, before you tell me
B,
that,
Miss.
before you hold on to your question, let's look at D, right? When we rotate D, where would the 64 land? Rotate it. Rotate it means that we turn it. When we turn it, pick this part up and we turn it. Where would this 64 land? At which angle? Angle A, angle B, angle C.
Miss Uncle C.
No, man. No. When we just do a rotation, it doesn't land at angle C. When you just take this and you rotate it,
Oh, Miss Uncle A.
angle A. And I'm going to show you rotation in a more 3D style when we get to that. So it lands at angle A, right? When we now we now have to flip it. You understand? So when we flip it, that's when it lands on angle
C, Miss.
angle C. All right. So we're gonna go back to our whiteboards and write down that bit of information. So we're gonna continue briefly. We're gonna write down that bit of information. And okay, so we're gonna be 10. So we're gonna do a note briefly. Note briefly and B. All right, so we're doing a note briefly. When to determine if two triangles are congruent, we might need to turn to okay, let's pull this out a bit. Need to
rotate. So we're using these words now, want them to become a part of your vocabulary. Rotate, which means to turn. Or we might need to rotate or reflect, which means to flip. So sometimes we might need to turn it, we might need to rotate it. And I'm using the word rotate and reflect because I want it to become a part of your vocabulary. Because soon when I start talking about rotate and reflect, you must be able to use those words and know, oh, rotate means that I'm turning this thing. And when you talk about turn, you can highlight that word. Let's put this word turn in caps, and let's put it in. Listen, you need to get your thing there, your highlighter, and highlight these keywords. You understand? Highlight them. They mean something more than just being there. So when you say turn, it's either going to be clockwise, or anti-clockwise. All right. So clockwise means you're going in the shape of the clock. Anti-clockwise means that you're going in the opposite direction. Clockwise means you're going how the clock goes. Anti-clockwise means that you're going in the opposite direction. So you always look at the clock and say, oh, that's how it spins. Then anti-clockwise is going the opposite. So when you talk about turn, you can be turning it anti-clockwise or clockwise. Write it down. The next 2 minutes, you're going to be doing your question. All right, so in the next minute, we're going to work on the question. Marlon, you were saying something about my system was messing out. Can I go again, Marlon? For peer below the condition. Huh? You're breaking up a bit.
Miss, I was saying about the word, miss. I didn't understand.
Okay, so as I said before earlier, what I want you to do is watch the video because you weren't here when I started to explain, right? And I really want to get to similar shapes. So I want you to go back, watch the video. When you go back and watch the video, you tell me if you understand or you don't understand what was explained, right? I'm still going to go with another explanation. So when I go through that, if some level of understanding, you should develop some level of understanding from that. All right. So I want you to type into your computer now. type into Google conditions for congruent triangles. Right? So this is supposed to help you to help you, Marlon. So if you don't get it that way, you should get it this way. Well, I believe you'll get it this way, not should. I believe you'll get it this way. So you're going to type in conditions for congruent triangles. I'm giving you permission to share. Hold on. I'm giving permission to share. Let me see if I find that part. Enable annotation for others. Oh, you should be able to share because you're co-host. All right. Oh, you're not co-host, so let me make you co-host. All right, so everyone is basically co-host. When you see other persons coming in, you just let them in. It doesn't matter, it's a free class, so anybody can join. All right, so I just give you co-host permission, Marianne. So what you're gonna do is that you're going to find that for me and then share to the class. Condition, so let me write that down.
Miss, what must find this?
I'm gonna write it down on screen now, honey. Conditions. This is right. Okay. Says conditions for what's it now? Congruent triangles. All right, says conditions for congruent triangles. All right, so we want that. So it's 3 conditions. Everyone should be Googling it so that when Marlon gives the response, we know if he's responding correctly or not. 3 conditions, all right?
Yes, miss. Okay, miss. Hello?
I still haven't seen anyone putting in the answers as yet. What happened? They need to.
Which I thought it was for Marlon to do.
No, not just Marlon. Anyone, sorry, my darling. So we need to screen share. So you just screen share your answer. Landscape your phone, Marlon. You can click on that one. That one is fine. Go into that one. Scroll up. All right, come on to that. We don't have time to sign up. Oh, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. No, come on to that, Marlon. We want one that shows scroll up. Scroll up. Yes, see that one by just? Yeah, click on that one. Let's see what that says. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, so conditions for congruent triangles. See the conditions right there? So let's write down the conditions. Okay, so I told you 3 because we normally focus on 3, but they put them all there. Well, doesn't matter. Side angle side would cover for angle side angle and angle side. Well, in my view, but let's write down all 3. Side, which means that all 3 sides are equal. Zoom in a bit, Marlon, so that the focus is just on the conditions, right? Yes, perfect. Well done. All right, so condition for congruence of triangles. So it's side. The next one is side, angle, side. The next one is angle, side, angle. And the next one, angle, side, and right angle, hypotenuse side. All right, so let's write those down in our books, and then we're going to look at some examples. I think we're only going to end the lesson today on congruent triangles. So I go back and edit that on YouTube because we won't have time to do anything more than that which we are doing now. And then tomorrow morning we do similar triangles. I've just received a multiple choice paper, CSEC paper. So I'll, as long as I find time later today, maybe around 4 o'clock, we'll go live again. And maybe around 3 o'clock, we go live again and we work out that paper 1. All right, so if you are available at 3 o'clock Jamaica time, then we'll go live and work out that paper, multiple choice paper. All right. If you're not available, you can always watch the recap. And do remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos.
Miss Hunter?
Yes?
Miss, for the multiple choice paper, should we come to this this Zoom?
Yeah, this very same link. Yes, this
Okay,
link.
miss.
I'll send it in the group as well. And what's her name now? Kaylee, does send me. Let me give you my number, send me your number, Kaylee, and I'll save it. So I'll just send the past paper to you as well. All right. It's a conclusion for congruence of triangle. So we should have that now. Everyone write that down already? Everyone write that down?
So I'm finished.
One person finish?
Yes, miss, finish.
All right, so we're going to all right, everyone seen the question here? We're all seeing the question?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
All right, good. Okay. So we are going to write the question down. Diagrams must be drawn in our books. What do we use to draw diagrams? Freehand? Do we
No, miss,
freehand
it's a
draw
ruler.
diagrams? Hmm?
Roll.
And what if you don't have a ruler?
Just use the book edge.
If you don't,
Get an next book
okay.
and use the book.
All right, or any other straight edge object, like anything that has a straight edge. ID card, anything. All right, so we have like, I want to stop at 7:30 because I don't want to keep you too long. I know that Marlon has school at 8. So,
Miss,
hmm?
miss, I have to get to class for 7:25.
At 7:25, okay, you can go, Gabriel, just watch the
Recording?
yeah, watch the recording. I will send the questions over into the group. All right, so
Yes,
that's gonna
miss.
at this last one in the next 3 minutes, and then I'll send the question into the group, and then you can all do it from there. For each pair below, say the condition why they are congruent. Why are these congruent? What tells you that these two triangles are congruent? So we have the 4 options. Did anyone take a screenshot of what Marlon just showed on screen? Conditions. Did anyone do a screenshot?
Yes, miss.
All right, so send that in the group for me. You can send that now. All right, and send
Miss, I'm using a laptop.
paper in the group. You're on your laptop. All right. Send that in the chat. You know how to upload something in the chat?
I'm going to try.
All right, so send it in the chat. Or Marlon, you can go back on it and send a screenshot. All right, so we have 2 minutes. For each pair below, state the condition why they are congruent. Why are these two congruent?
Cause they're equal. The major
Which
same.
of the rules? You showed 5 rules just now. Which of them does this fit into? Which of them is this one? Okay, Peter, I receive it. Good. So which of them is this?
The question now, Miss.
Hmm?
Miss, the
Side
question.
angle.
It's a
Side,
question
angle,
for now.
side.
Miss.
Beautiful. All right. So it's side, angle, side. All right, so it's 14 minutes past 7. We're going to finish task here. See you again at 3 o'clock. Same link, so you can share with your friends. It's free. They can share with your friends.
Miss, meet you back at 3 o'clock, Miss.
Yes. What time does school end for you? You don't. It's not a must. It's not mandatory. We're just gonna go through the multiple choice paper that I got. Just know.
Okay, Miss.
So we're gonna go through that at 3 o'clock. It's not mandatory, but it's definitely mandatory for you to go back and watch the video. So if you can't make it for 3, go back and watch the video. All right. And I just sent the paper in the group. Are you seeing the paper?
Yes, Mr. Sorry.
Good. You can share the paper as well with other students who are doing CSEC. Remember to share about Mathematics Resource Center, tell friends about it, have them subscribe. We're only persons who are actually coming back to the channel to subscribe because we want persons who are benefiting to be there, right? So have them subscribe and have them share the videos with other students too. Good.
Yes, Miss.
And remember the link that I sent you this morning, you can always share that one. All right. Have a good day. Remember to be nice, polite, and kind to everyone.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, bye, Peter.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, Miss.
Gabriel.
Love
Bye,
you, Miss.
Marlon. Bye, Kaylee.
Bye. Bye.